The beautiful thing about Toscana is that due to the nature and the surroundings and the fact that every day we are going to the ocean and the temperature, it's all very supportive. So that's why I also try to make this 2-week seminar and invite everybody to participate who are open to consider.
Welcome to the live surfing holiday seminar in the Toscana in Italy. You are organizing a seminar. What is this seminar about?
Life surfing is a very deep orientation to go differently about life, to approach life, to understand life without getting trapped in the usual way of fighting and struggling and reducing it into a kind of serious affair. It's more approaching with a certain quality of acceptance so that it is befriending nature, befriending our reality, and with that bring a new understanding of oneself and the way to live life. So it is a very basically different orientation what one can discover through connecting to the reality in a conscious way.
So do you have a program in this seminar?
The program is very simple. It's a combination of very sincere and earnest search to face the reality the way it is, but at the same time it is not trying to get rid of something or fighting against something, but discovering the undercurrent factors. So this image of the surfer, which I use, that's why I call it life surfing. The surfer has no motor. That means he's not trying to force his will in a blind way. This person is accepting nature, accepting the wind and the waves. And through this quality of befriending and being in a non-aggressive way, you go energetically, intensely, but at the same time there's a softness. And that is a way to understand life more deeply, because when you are not in a blind fighting mood, but more in the process of discovering, and then your whole energy is more clear, more free, and your intelligence can manifest more deeply.
But which exercises exactly will be included in this program of seminar?
You see, it's a combination of very deep spaces of questioning with also playful ways of allowing him space of silence, space of relaxation, space of letting go. For example, something which is possible in the Mediterranean, when the water is salty and warm and the waves are not so strong, is a possibility to float in the water. So we make a floating meditation. And in Toscana, the areas are very beautiful that sometimes we just make this as a meditative process. And so in the morning we start with making some small soft movements, and then we have a way to come together and have a cup of tea, almost like it's a bit connected to the Japanese tradition of tea ceremony, where you drink this cup of tea, which is a very simple thing, but you make it also a meditative process. You make it in a way that it is as wakefully and consciously done. And then there's some introduction for the day, the perspectives, and also the insights about certain factors which are relevant. And then we take some time for silence, just to be wakeful and present to everything. So this is how the day starts, and then after the breakfast we have certain questions, for example, which are used to ask oneself. We are not giving the questions that everybody has to answer it. It's like everybody's putting the question to themselves and see what answers are coming. This is the way I was working the last many years, where through putting the question to yourself and not trying to answer it from the head, you look what answers are arising. So I was actually preparing a book which I have not yet published, which is called Ask the Question and Let the Answer Arise from Within. So this is the kind of approach, and then we have also some other exercises which are more playful, at the same time also enabling a deeper connection to oneself. It is like a free flow of musical expression, in the sense that without using only normal words, you express certain things musically. It's bringing a different quality of coming in touch with oneself, and it's very experientially very valuable. Then also we'll be watching sometimes some films, and I say that when you're watching the film, there are two films happening at the same time. One is what's happening on the screen, the other is what is happening on your inner screen. So it's not just as watching a movie to entertain oneself and to pass time, it is more seeing what is all getting touched, what are the emotions, what are the feelings, what are the concepts, what are the beliefs which are working in me. So it's a very playful, conscious interaction which is enabled through that. And then we take also time for feedbacks, and to also see that different people are seeing the same thing in such different ways. And it's very enriching when these feedbacks are happening. You realize that, okay, I saw it from this angle and the other is seeing from a totally different angle. And it's very significant, because then it also makes one aware that the reality, what we call reality, is more than how it appears to me. And this consciousness that normally we are projecting rather than seeing is very, very important.
That sounds like a very friendly and conscious and aware space for being conscious about ourselves, to take the time for ourselves. What can come up?
The thing is to allow and accept what is there in oneself, and because we all have pleasant and unpleasant things in our backpack, and we carry many feelings, many uncleared things sometimes, many misunderstandings, many hurt feelings. So sometimes as we accept and allow ourselves to face these things, in the beginning one is surprised to see that it's all there and it's all working. But when you are not trying to change yourself, when you are only looking at them without interfering, some very deep processes take place. One is that the energy which is trapped in these things become more loosened, more clear, more free. And one is able to see, okay, I don't need to carry it further when it is not healthy for me. And it enables one to non-strugglingly loosen up and let go. And that is very, very important, because when you can befriend yourself and see that, okay, at a certain stage I had no other way to react rather than the way it was happening. Now I understand it, I can see I don't need to carry the burden from the past. So it's very many little things which become transparent, and that's what makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. So is in the program and during the day also the possibility for just relaxing without the focus of ourselves, or I mean, to take time for yourself to...
In a way we are relaxing in many ways, but we are going often consciously into this process of relaxation indirectly. Then we also have time in the whole afternoon. After the lunch we are going out to the ocean, to the beach, for spending time in the water, to have ice cream, to have coffee, chat around and do little things which everybody wants. So we take also till the evening, we come back around, we go around 3 o'clock and we come back around 7 to make further sessions and evening meal and all that. So it's a very beautiful combination of earnestness and playfulness. That is why it makes a great
What was the
basis.
first word? I didn't understand.
To be earnest.
Honest, honest.
Yeah. Because earnestness means you are sincere, you really want to look and confront. But it's not struggling to change anything and forcing. And this quality of non-struggling way of facing the reality is very, very important. That makes all the difference in the possibility that one can open up and flower.
The life surfing holiday seminar, I just can speak from my experience. It was a orientation for me to go for a week or two into this directly inner space and time to be conscious about what is happening inside me. It was
The beautiful thing about Toscana is that due to the nature and the surroundings and the fact that every day we are going to the ocean and the temperature, it's all very supportive. So that's why I also try to make this 2-week seminar and invite everybody to participate who are open to consider.
Who is invited?
Everyone who has interest to understand and to get clear in themselves and to come out of certain trapped settlements and to open up to understand life more deeply, they will find it very, very supportive. But it's open for everybody. It's not requiring any prerequisite of having some problems or having this or that, because life is a celebration in my understanding. And I don't want to make it a philosophical concept, but I want to only say that when we are getting distance from our own projections, we start seeing that life is offering us an incredible basis. It is the wonder which we are in it. It's the blessing that we are able to be in this life process, to have this body, to be on this planet Earth, and to be with all these challenges of ups and downs of life, because it is these polarities in the life process which enable us to understand and to discover. It opens the basis for consciousness. And as a human being, it's a very deeply unique blessing, because as a human being, we are not only like other living beings being part of the nature, we have the capacity also to see, to understand.
And to travel.
Yes, travel beyond the narrowness of our mind, to travel and to attain perceptions of love, of peace, of freedom, which we normally don't understand. We have often concepts about it, but to realize that the real freedom is when we can be inwardly not trapped in any concept and can look at life and see life the way it really is.
Okay, let's do this.